Okay, y'all have to love Free. Who doesn't love skinny boys in Speedos? Right? That's gonna bring them in. You know, it's kind of like Orem High School in a swimming pool. Basically, right? I love Free. I love Free because I love sharks. And my character is, shark is his animal. So I love that show. Brothers Conflict? You know that show? My character's such a dick. I mean that in the medical sense, of not being vulgar. He's just a jerk. He's really a jerk. Okay, what else? Durarara? Black Butler? Okay, now I have to tell you my Black Butler story. So, years ago when they started Black Butler, I auditioned. And like everybody has an accent, right? British accent. So I sent in my audition, and Colleen Clinkenbeard, who was directing at the time, wrote me back and she said, I got your audition, it sounds really good, but your British accent sucks. And I was like, darn it. So then season 2 came along, and they asked me to audition for somebody named Claude. You know who that is?
Yes.
I don't want to talk about it. So I thought to myself, this time, I'm gonna really do a great job. Tyler, this time, I'm gonna do the best British accent anyone's ever heard. And I spent all this time, and I sent my audition in, and they wrote me back and they're like, hey, thanks for the audition, sounds great, your accent still sucks. So I'm like, I'm never gonna get into Black Butler. And then Book of Circus came along, and I got to audition again, and finally got cast as Peter in that. So I'm very excited to be a part of Black Butler. Where'd I leave off? Black Butler. Heroic Legend of Arslan, Garo, Rage of Bahamut, Show by Rock. Oh my gosh, you have to check out Show by Rock. So adorable. I play this pop star, and the Japanese actor who played the character in Japan, his name is Mamoru Mayano. You know why that's important? Because Mamoru also played Zero in Vampire Night, who I played. He also played Rain in Free, the Speedo bathing suit anime that I played. And he also played Tamaki in Orem High School. So this is 4 characters now that I've played the same as this guy. So I'm stalking him. He doesn't even know. He's probably walking around Tokyo right now. Has no idea that I'm stalking him. Ruby? Yeah, I love Ruby. I love me some Uncle Crow. Absolutely. Any Crow cosplayers here? I want to see one. I always tweet a picture of any Crow cosplayers I see. Let's see. Lord Marksman of Venadas, Ladybug, God Eater, Battle Battalions, Escaflowne. That's old school now. Who knows some old school, right? We're redubbing, Funimation's redubbing Escaflowne, and what I love about it is I get to play the older brother. And guess who plays my younger brother? Aaron Dismute, who played Alphonse, my younger brother. World of Winx, Tonari, Utawari, Anti-Gang, I'll Know as Zero, Pillars of Eternity, Fairy Tale. I have been begging Todd Abercorn to put in a good word for me for years. Like, Todd, throw your older brother a bone, man. Put in a good word for it. So finally I got to play a role in Fairy Tale. Strike Witches, Garo Crimson Moon, Charlotte, Digimon. I'm getting to play Matt in Digimon. Excited about that. Rio Rainbow Gate, Charger Girl Judah-chan, World of Warcraft, Asterix War, Star Trek Online. Okay, we gotta talk about Star Trek Online now, y'all. Now you know, if you don't know, I'm the biggest Star Trek nerd you've ever seen. I grew up loving the original series so much. I ate, slept, and breathed the original Star Trek series back in the 60s. Loved it, drove my mother crazy. So, about 5 years ago, I started a web series called Star Trek Continues. How many of you have seen it? What's wrong? The rest of you, go watch it. It's free. Not like Speedo bathing suit free, but it's free to watch. StarTrekContinues.com, check it out. We've completely rebuilt the original soundstage from the original series of Star Trek, and we've made these awesome episodes with all kinds of people that you know, and it's a lot of fun. We have 7 episodes online already, with more coming. And even though I've made this Star Trek series, it's not an officially licensed Star Trek thing, it's just a fan thing. So when I got to play a role in Star Trek Online, the 12-year-old inside of me was particularly excited because that's actually official Star Trek. So I'm excited to be a part of the Star Trek universe. Where did I leave off? Star Trek Online. Mobile Legends, Skip Beat, 7 Nights, One Punch Man. Did you see? I don't even know if my episode showed up yet. It's the creature with the 7 heads, with all the heads. All of them have different voices. So we went through and did a different character for all the voices. Rurouni Kenshin movie, Danganronpa, Sonic. Is that good? Yuri on Ice. What is up? I don't quite get it, but I love it. Is it kind of free on ice? I kind of felt like it was Italia on ice. All right. Let's see. Where did I leave off? Sonic, Orange, Token Ranbu, Umaru, Joker Game, Nanbaka, League of Legends, One Piece. You got One Piece, right? One Piece. I'm getting to play, I'm so excited, I'm playing this character named Sabo. Oh my gosh. Can I tell you something? Go, go, Power Rangers. Did you hear that? Somebody's alarm just went off. The film was just released, and I've got, right after the Q&A session, I've got autographs. Hopefully I'll get to meet all of you. And this, I have prints of Sabo that I've never had before. Like, I just got them. So this is the first convention that I'll have them. So you guys can be the first to have them if you're interested. But I'm excited. I sang a lot of the theme songs to One Piece. But I've been hoping to get to play a role in it. So I'm excited to be playing Sabo. And what else? Anything else? That's about it. That's kind of what I'm working on right now, in addition to Star Trek and coming to conventions to see you guys. Let's start with some questions. How about that? Yes?
What was it like being Matt in Digimon?
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to play Matt in Digimon. We only recorded the first couple of things, but I'm really excited. I mean, Digimon, that's like, iconic. For a lot of people, anime, their experience with anime was what? Pokemon?
Digimon.
Dragon Ball Z, right? Beyblades, remember Beyblades? Right? Digimon, like those shows that were on television before anime kind of exploded, right? So I'm really, really honored, nice, to be a part of Digimon. Question, anybody? Yes? Oh my gosh, really? Hold on a second, I need to videotape that. I'm gonna videotape that, and I'm gonna send it to the head of production at Funimation. Ready? Watch this. And what was your question? I love this guy! I would love to do that. I did the Dragon Ball Kai theme. Don't stop, we're alive now, don't stop. There's good acoustics in this room. This would be a good place to sing, don't you think?
Oh, I'm a guitar player. I have an acoustic. I could have brought an acoustic from my home.
Let's see if this will work. I just had the stupidest idea I've ever had. Hold on, let's see. It's probably not going to work, but I'm just dumb enough to try it. Easy. You hear that? This is just for you, man. Ready? Mysteries about. Do you hear it? Mysteries about me with deep energy flows all around, but I will go fearless and free. Did you get it? I need louder microphones. You guys know that song? You know that song? Sing it with me. Don't stop, we're in luck now. Don't stop, there's so much to be found. We can find paradise. All we have to do is go free your soul. I love this guy. Okay, who's got a question? You just traumatized me. Okay, that is not my real mustache.
Yes, it is.
I'll just wear this all day. Who has a question?
I love it.
Oh my God, I hate this kid.
Do you have a question? You deserve a question with that terrifying face. Vic Face has a question.
Vic Mignogna wants to know, how do you have such a fashionable sense of style? Like, we really want to know what you buy your clothes at.
Really? Oh my gosh. Can I tell you something? This is the first time I ever wore these pants. You like these pants? I like them. I found them online. And I like them, but I don't know. I just, you know what? I watch you guys. That's what happens. I come to anime conventions and I'm like, I went to Japan and I wanted to buy some cool J-Rock fashion.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing fits me! I'm not kidding. I went to Harajuku, which is like the fashion district, right? Have you ever been? Anybody ever been? I walked in. Have you been? You walk down this, it's like an alley. It's like an alley with stores on both sides, right? And I was like, oh, I'm in heaven. Look at every window you come to. Amazing clothes, right? So I went in the first store. And I'm like, I'm gonna try those on, I'm gonna try that on. And the guy gives me the jeans and I can't get them on. Like I can't get them over my thigh. And I was like, can you give me the biggest jeans you have? And he's like, those are the biggest jeans we have. So I keep walking down the alley. Oh, there's another store. And I go in. And oh, look at those pants. Look at that shirt. Give me the biggest ones you have. I can't get them on. After 2 hours, I'm like, no, nothing fits. Nothing. And then I got to the last store, and the salesperson, I tried something else on, it didn't fit. Tyler, nothing fits. And I told the salesperson in the store, I'm like, I've been down this whole alley and tried the biggest sizes of everything on, and nothing fits. Look at me. Do I look fat? I mean, do I look big? Right? And you know what the salesperson said? Maybe you should try a sumo store. I was like, Nani? Suffice to say, I found nothing. Isn't that sad? But they have great clothes. Every time I go to anime conventions, I see some really cool stuff. Question? Anybody? Yes, sir.
How did you feel about what happened with General Hughes?
How did I feel about what happened with General Hughes? You mean, you know what? Can I tell you something? You guys know what he's talking about, right?
Yeah.
Can I tell you? Yeah, somebody in the back is like, I haven't gotten to that episode yet. Sorry.
Spoiler alert.
Here's what I think about that. When I started recording Full Metal, and like the third episode, what was it? Maybe, I don't remember, but with Nina. Very soon, like very quickly into the series, that episode happened with Nina and transmuting the dog, and I was like, holy crap! I couldn't believe they did it. You know what I mean? I couldn't believe it. Like, that's hardcore. That's heavy stuff. And when that happened, I thought, I love this show. Because they're not afraid to do powerful things for the sake of the story. And then, when Hughes died, sorry, what I meant was when he got hurt, and he maybe died, maybe didn't, I don't know. Keep watching. But when that happened, I was like, dang, they did it again. They were willing to sacrifice a beloved character for the sake of the story. And that's wonderful. You know, there are a lot of movies and TV shows, and you're like, yeah, that guy's never gonna die. Like, he's the star, you know what I mean? Like, he's gonna be fine. They never sacrifice a big character because, oh, well, he's popular. But when the story calls for it, like in Full Metal, when the producers make that decision, I love that. I love it. You know, the hardest part about it was that Vic knew what happened to Hughes, but Edward did not know.
Oh, yeah.
Right? There were like, how many episodes? 15, 20 episodes when Ed and Al were just out running around doing stuff. They have no idea that their dear friend Hughes maybe got hurt, maybe died, we don't know. So every day that I would come in to record, I would be like, do I find out today? And the director's like, not yet. So I was really excited for the episode when Ed found out, because I knew he was going to be pissed. You know what I mean? I knew how upset and how impacted he would be. He and Al both. So I love that. That's how I felt about it. I loved it. Yes.
Alright, so it's really rare for a voice actor to portray the same character in the same series twice. Was there anything you were recording in Brotherhood that you wanted to do?
That's a great question. She said it's really rare for a voice actor to play the same role in two different series twice, like Ed, the original, and Brotherhood. You know what? You guys, when the original series ended, I was so sad, because I loved Ed so much. But I was glad that it kind of ended strong. You know what I mean? Some anime series, the producers see dollar signs, right? They're like, oh, we're making a lot of money. Let's just keep milking this thing. And it ends up becoming stupid, you know? They drag it on so long, they come up with all these weird story arcs, and it gets dumb. And as that famous poem says, it doesn't end with a bang, it ends with a whimper. You know what I mean? You just kind of, you lose interest, you know? So I was excited that at least it ended strong. It ended with people still excited about what was going on, right? So when I heard Brotherhood was happening, I was really excited, at first. And then I thought, oh no, what if it's not as good? I mean, the original was really good. What if it's not as good? And I was kind of nervous. And then when I heard that it was going to follow the manga, I thought, well, that's a good sign. Because everybody always told me how great the manga was. Everybody. Like, I would do a convention, after the first Full Metal came out, and people would come up and go, I love Full Metal Alchemist, blah, blah, blah. Have you read the manga? And I would say, no. And they're like, it's awesome. So I always knew the manga was really good. And when I heard that Brotherhood was going to follow the manga, that was a good sign. But I was really, really excited to play that role again because I loved him so much. I cherished it a lot more in Brotherhood because I had come to love him so much from the original. And I was super excited that like Ed got to go to new places and meet new people and even put on new clothes. Like he wore that red coat all the time. So whenever in Brotherhood, like he shows up in some other outfit, I'm like, sweet! He changed clothes. So I really cherished Brotherhood because I came to love it so much. Oh my gosh, that reminds me. You guys, a lot of you wrote me and you asked me if I was going to be bringing my music CDs to this convention. And I brought them. I have a lot of great music CDs, a lot of anime-inspired songs, theme songs, original stuff. And I also have a concert DVD. Now let me tell you why this is special. It's a live concert. It was done at a convention. It looks great. It sounds great. Songs from Full Metal, or in high school, Dragon Ball Z, Teen Angel. But there's also something on this DVD that has never been available before. Back when I was recording the original Full Metal, and I was so excited by the show, I decided that I wanted to cosplay.
Oh, yeah. No, you didn't.
So I'm thinking, okay, Tyler, how does a grown man like me cosplay a pipsqueak? Right? I mean, I didn't know how I would do it. So I came up with a story idea, and then I asked the other voice actors in Full Metal if they would like to do it too. And we all got together one weekend in Houston, Texas, and we shot a live-action parody film called Full Metal Fantasy.
Yeah.
How many of you have seen Full Metal Fantasy? Look around the room. 7. Do you know why? Because it's never been available. The only time you could ever see it was if I showed it at a convention, or if I showed it in a live concert performance. Usually I would play the video, and then I would come out and I would sit at the piano and I would play and sing the Brothers theme from Full Metal. So when I was making this concert DVD, somebody said to me, oh my gosh, you should put Full Metal Fantasy on the DVD so that people can finally get it and they can see it. So Full Metal Fantasy is on the concert DVD. I'll have it at the table right after the panel, and I'm going to give you a little preview. This is me cosplaying as Edward Elric. Somebody in the back row right now, Tyler, is going, where did he go? I can't see him. Exactly. So I almost forgot to tell you, but it's a great concert with great music and great video. Yes, my dear. See how far I can get here. Oh. The coffee line. She wants to do the coffee line, y'all. You know your lines? Okay. Oh, come with me. Oh yeah, no face. That didn't work. Yeah. Okay. What is your name? What is your name? Your name? Chloe? Everybody, this is Chloe. Say hi to Chloe.
Hi, Chloe!
Okay, Chloe and I are going to reenact a scene from Oran High School Host Party. Now, for those of you that don't know, let me set the scene for you. Oran High School is a very fancy school where all the rich and famous people go, where all their kids go to school. And Tamaki, yes, bring me your jacket!
Yes! Bring the jacket!
Now you've done it, Chloe. Yay, jacket! Tamaki, only prettier. So Tamaki has set up a host club to entertain the young ladies of the school. And because everybody is very rich, very fancy, uh-oh, I think Harajuku's coming back. Woo! I like it. Me like it. So, I'll be good. I'll try not to breathe too heavy. Not too deep. I feel a Hulk moment. So, one of the girls brings some instant coffee into the host club. Now, fancy rich people don't drink instant coffee. In fact, they call it commoner's coffee. But Tamaki is very curious because he's never tried it. So he wants to try it, and he wants everybody in the host club to try it too. And this young lady, portrayed by dear Chloe, is afraid to try it because her dad might get mad. So here's how it goes. Let's talk really loud, Chloe, because it doesn't amplify very much. So here's our scene. All right, ready?
I don't know if I should drink this coffee. My father might get angry with me.
But what if I let you drink it? Yay, Chloe! I felt the power of Auron in my jacket. And who are you? Say hi to Kelly. Thank you for letting me wear this. I enjoyed it so much. Yes, you may. So, in case you didn't hear that, the beautiful girl says, I don't know if I should drink this coffee. My father might get mad at me. And this is where Tamaki becomes Tamaki with his classic, little flirting thing. Do you know, I have to tell you something funny. Do you know how many times I've heard on the internet, oh, that Vic Mignogna, he's a pervert. I see him whispering in young girls' ears all the time. We're doing a scene from an anime. And there are 500 people there. So any dads in the room, moms or dads, it's all harmless, all good, it's all good. Yes. Come on. You know what? I have bad news, my darling. I don't think there is a season 2. Every year or so, that rumor starts. Every year or so, somebody starts a rumor on the internet, and everything you read on the internet is true. You know that, right? So every once in a while, somebody starts a rumor. OMG! Auron High School Season 2! Nobody would love that more than me. All of the voice actors that were in Auron loved it so much. If I had $1 million, I would personally fund another season of Auron. I love that show. But I don't think there is one. If there were, I can promise you I would camp outside the studio door to play Tamaki. The manga continues. Like, the manga goes on, and they go to college, and all kinds of great things happen. So I would love it if it happened. Yes? That's a great question. You know what? I would love to be any part of Star Trek. The new movies are very different. They're, they kind of depart from the original series. But it's Star Trek, and I would love to be a part of it. Now, I will tell you this. The guy that plays Scotty in my series, his name is Chris Doohan. You know why that's important? Because his dad's name is James Doohan. And you know why that's important? Because his dad was the original Scotty. Chris is playing his dad's role in my show. Chris Doohan is playing Scotty in my show. Pretty cool, right? Yeah, I was over there somewhere. So Chris was in the J.J. Abrams movies. He was sitting right beside Scotty in the transporter room, and he's been in the movies. And I always tell him to put in a good word for him. That happened again. I want to do boy, girl, boy, girl. So yes. I want them to hear the question.
Being an education thing, I've seen a lot of what you go through, and I kind of like what you said, you know, how you I've seen a lot of background stuff, and I'm wondering if it's ever, does it ever wake your feet to the point where you didn't know if you would still want to be open about it? Did it ever make you want to boil and say this?
Thank you. Did you hear that? Did you get any of that? I know, the mic's not very loud. She said that because I'm very open about my faith, and I get a lot of backlash because of that, do I ever not want to talk about it because I'm afraid of the backlash? No. You guys, let me say something. I share my faith because I believe it is a good thing. I don't share it to indoctrinate anybody. I don't share it to try to push my views on anybody. I share it because it's been a wonderful thing in my life, and I love you, so why wouldn't I tell you about a good thing, right? If I thought something was good, and we're friends, wouldn't I tell you about it, right? I'd love to use the example, if there was a guy outside right now handing out $100 bills, and I walked in, like you were all in here already, picture it, and I'm outside, I'm running late, I'm coming in the door, and some guy's standing out there and goes, hey, $100? And I'm like, what do I have to do? And he goes, nothing, it's just a free gift. Oh, okay. Who are you giving these to? Anybody that wants one? You follow me? And then I come into this room with all of my friends. What's the first thing I should say? There's a guy outside handing out $100 bills! Right? You share with people good things. I would want you to get in on it, right? That's how I equate my faith. It's a good thing. I'm not trying to change anybody or put any pressure on anybody. I just share what means a lot to me. And it's a good thing. So that's why I share it. And you know what? There are people out there that are mean, hateful, because they don't like the fact that I talk about it. But you know what? Sorry. I can't not share it. It's a good thing. I can't not share it. Especially with people that I care about. So that's my answer. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I'm also studying in college right now for a long couple of years. And I find it further focus
Okay, he says that he's in college right now, studying to be a lawyer. So you're much smarter than I am. And he sometimes gets kind of discouraged and unmotivated, and he wants to know if dear Uncle Crow could give him some words of encouragement. That's terrifying. I don't know what kind of words of encouragement he would have. Jesse. This is Jesse.
oh, so that's his.
Oh, it's Jesse!
So that's his name, Jesse. Whoa,
Jesse, I went to law school.
Jesse.
Nobody knows, but I went. And then I got caught drinking in my dormitory, and I got thrown out. But you, stick with it. Stay away from the law.
Oh, that's his name.
Get over here. Okay, have you ever glomped anybody? Do you know what glomping is? You don't know? Wait a minute! Is this an anime fan who doesn't know what glomping is?
Whoa.
She must be new.
Have you ever glommed? You may have glommed something you didn't even know. Has she? Okay, tell her what glomping is. It's an aggressive hug. Yes. Okay, and you know what it also often involves a charge, like running at somebody. Okay, we're gonna try it. Okay, this is the glomping floor, alright? So I'm gonna go back here, and I'm gonna stand here and pretend that I don't even know you're there. And then you come running and give me a good glove, okay? What is your name? Ashley. Say hi to Ashley. Hi. Jesse, would you hold this for me?
Yeah, wow.
She got some serious air. What's your question?
Is there a certain attitude change that you have to have from going from a sweet character like Tamakisua to a complete jerk like Kudo?
Yes. Yes. You know, I mean, one of the best parts about being a voice actor is that you get to play characters that you would never be cast for on screen, right? Like, for instance, I don't know, like Broly. I'm not going to get cast to play Broly, you know what I mean? Or Ed. Ed's like 15 years old. I'm not going to get cast to play Ed, right? So, thank you, sweetie. So, but one of the fun parts about voice acting is that you get to play these characters that you would normally not get cast as. Just like in act, how many of you have ever done a stage play? How many of you have ever done any acting? In a community theater, at school, church, whatever. Well, drama class. Voice acting is acting. It's just acting. It's acting with a microphone in front of you. Almost all of the actors, almost all the voice actors I know have a lot of experience on stage. They've got tons of background in acting. Voice acting was just another opportunity to be an actor, you know what I mean? When somebody said to me, do you want to audition to voice act? The word that I heard was act. Because I loved theater, I loved acting, so it was an opportunity to act. So each of the characters that you play are different, and you approach them in the same way. Where your personality is different, your attitude is different. So
70s or whatever.
the difference between those characters is just part of being an actor and playing the different personalities. Who is not a, yes. Is that an Italy flag? Woo! Awesome! If I could choose any two animes to do a crossover.
Trough.
I would cross the swimming anime with the Alchemist anime. And I would call it Free Metal Alchemist. Patent pending. I'm gonna write that line. Yes. Talk really loud.
For Digimon Adventure Try, what company dubbed it? Because from what I know, for the English dub, they remixed the English dub theme from the past. But as far as soon as you get to the end credits, you'll hear the Japanese music.
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I will tell you this though. Have you ever noticed how a lot of anime series have English versions of the songs?
Yeah.
But then a lot of anime series have the Japanese versions. That's because the people that own the properties negotiate the license. Sometimes a company is going to want the Japanese song to remain on the show because they want to sell more records of the Japanese artist. So they don't want it redubbed. And then other companies don't mind the redub. So it really depends on the company and the animator. They're all different. Yes. Do I have any tips for an aspiring voice actor? Yes, I do. I love that song. Take me on, I'll be gone. Take on me. You're over there like he's ruining my song. You know what? I'm really glad you asked because I know a lot of people here probably want to know about voice acting, right? First of all, the key word in voice acting is acting. A lot of people think that because they can imitate characters they've heard on television, where I can sound like Homer Simpson, or I can imitate Yoda, or I can sound like Ren and Stimpy, they think they should be a voice actor. It's not about changing your voice. It's not about making funny voices or even imitating currently existing voices. It's about playing a character. That's why the acting portion of it is so important. Like I said, almost every voice actor I know, I probably know 100 voice actors, and I only know 2 that don't have a huge background in acting. A lot of them have studied it in school, have college degrees in theater, have spent years developing and perfecting their craft in acting. So acting is the first thing. If you're interested in voice acting, get as much experience as you can as an actor. The second thing is you have to be where that kind of work is done. Now that's unfortunate, but it's just that's the way the world works, right? If I wanted to be a country western singer, where would I go? Nashville! Nashville! Country music capital of the world, right? Or maybe Austin, places where that is done. So when it comes to voice acting, you want to be where that kind of work is more predominant. Los Angeles, Houston, Dallas,
9 minutes, which is
New York, Vancouver. Who said Vancouver? See, that's really awesome, but you know what the downside is? If you're an American, you can't be in a Canadian dub. You guys know Death Note, right? I wanted to be in Death Note so bad. And I contacted the producers, and they're like, yeah, we'd love for you to be in Death Note. And then they called me back and said, oh, we're not allowed to cast anyone outside here. How many of you remember Inuyasha? I was supposed to play one of the bad guys on Inuyasha. And then the producer was notified that because it was recorded in Vancouver, they couldn't hire any Americans. That's just part of the deal, right? They make a deal with a studio in Canada, and Canada says, okay, we'll let you dub your show here and we'll charge you less money, but you have to use all of our people. That's the trade-off. So you have to live where that kind of work is done. The last thing I want to say about voice acting is this. If you're interested in being a voice actor, you need a very important quality. You know what it is? Determination. You need a thick skin. You can't get discouraged easily. Because I'll tell you guys something. Any creative endeavor that you want to get involved in, there are 10,000 other people that want to get involved in it. So you can't be one of those people that gives up easily. You have to stay determined and press forward and press forward. And you have to do it because you love it. Not because you think you're going to get famous, not because you think you're going to sign autographs one day, but because it burns in you to do it. All of us have something in our lives, like whatever it may be. It could be creative, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's fixing engines. Maybe it's building cars. Maybe it's gardening. Maybe it's landscaping. Who knows? But all of us have been given a natural passion and love for something. So make sure that you choose something that you genuinely have a passion for. Something that you would probably do, or you would probably figure out a way to do, even if nobody paid you to do it. Like, don't tell the companies I work for that I would probably do it for free. Because I love what I do. And there is no greater blessing in the world than to do something you love. I'm going to tell you guys something, and this is, I'm out of time here, so this is the last thing I'm going to say, and then hopefully I'll see you all at autographs. But I'm going to tell you something very important, and hopefully the older people in the room will agree with me. Having a lot of money is overrated. You may not think so because you don't have a lot. But trust me, if you can find something to do with your life that you love to do, that you have a passion for, you will be infinitely happier than chasing a dollar your whole life. Than trying to find jobs that'll pay you lots of money, but you'll be miserable. There is no amount of money that's worth it. I saw my dad come home every day from a job that he hated. His life was miserable, and so was ours, because he hated his life. And it never got any better because he knew he was going back to that same job the next day. So find something to do that you love, and then figure out a way to make some money at it. Because if you just made a modest amount of money doing something that you love, you will be infinitely happier than if you made a buttload of money doing something that you hate. I promise you. I love you guys. Thank you so much for coming. I'm going over to the table, and I hope